Hello, the first section of this module is aimed to give you a brief introduction on computer networks. In this section, we will say different types of networks. Then we will draw a definition of computer network. Some important history events will be explained as milestones of the development of computer networks. In the end of this section, different classification of networks are explained. What is network? Actually, network is not a new concept. It has existed for a long time, and it exists in many areas. We have transportation networks, which includes highway system, air traffic system. Social society is also an example of networks. We have people like the nodes in the network, people's relationship as connections in a network. Then, what is about computer networks? It is a network of computers. There are two keywords in this term, computer and network. So the first concept is about computer. By the definition, a computer physically includes CPU, memory, and all the different types of peripherals. The basic definition of computer networks is, it is a collection of autonomous computers interconnected. We can notice there are two keywords in this definition, interconnected and autonomous. Interconnected, it is about being able to exchange information between computers. Autonomous, it is about being able to handle information independently. In modern and broad sense, with the concept of cloud computing, it is not easy to draw a clear boundary to distinguish computer and a network. We can even say that a network is computer in the coming future. Now, we are going to introduce some historic milestones in the history of the development of computer networks. Back to early days in the history, long-distance communication had great value in human life. During that age, people passed information via messengers, rider, smoke signals, pigeons, and so on. In 1901, Marconi successfully did the first transatlantic wireless transmission, which is a great achievement for long-distance communication. The ARPA project was launched by DoD-US in 1957. It is regarded as a pioneer project to computer networks and even internet. In 1969, ARPANET was established, connecting UCLA, UCSB, University of Utah, and the Stanford universities. This event marks the birth of computer networks. Later on, some remarkable events occurred, including the initial work on TCP/IP by Bob Kahn and Vint Cerf, the release of OSI module by ISO. In 1983, TCP became the universal language of the Internet. It is believed as the most significant factor of great success of Internet. The year 1991 was officially recognized as the time when World Wide Web was born. And even at that time, no one can predict it, how dramatically it would change the world and change people's life. In order to do a better investigation on computer networks, it was always useful to classify massive various networks into different types. there are different dimensions for classification of computer networks. In this section, we will mainly introduce the classification on the variety of size and topology. There are also existing other dimensional classifications, such like according to bandwidth, according to transmission medium, communication technologies, communication mode, service, and application or usage. To classify networks in variety of size, the distance between CPUs matters. If the distance is about or less than 1 meter, it is regarded as Personal Area Network PAN or Computer System Network. If the distance is about 10 meters to 1 kilometer, we can call it as Local Area Network, LAN. For the size of the network above 10 kilometers, it is defined as Metropolitan Area Network, MAN. For the network which has larger size than 10 kilometers, they are classified as Wide Area Network. The other widely adapted classification is to use a variety of topology, which is the layout of interconnections inside the network. According to the topology, they can be bus topology, ring topology, star topology, extended star topology, hierarchical topology, and mesh topology. Here, we can consider one question: which topology can be the best one amongst all these different ones? This is the end of our first section of computer networks. In this section, we introduce computer networks briefly. Here comes 2 questions at the quiz for this section. Question 1, what is your understanding of computer networks? Question 2, what is the topology of a LAN using a router to connect several PCs in a house? That's it. Thank you very much.